Making your first 10,000 coins in any FIFA is always the most difficult 10,000 coins to make because you start at 0 coins. You have not very many resources to do squad building challenges. You can't buy FIFA points yet on the web app, and sure, you can't play games on the web app either. Which is why EA Play is often a really good resource to use to eliminate that initial grind and get the ball rolling. What is going on, everybody, and welcome to a brand new video on my channel. My name is Sean, aka Elite, and today we're going to be talking about everything related to EA Play, what it is, how much it costs, what it gives you, along with what to use those 10 hours on, and how you might be able to turn that 10 hours into 20 hours this year. EA Play is a subscription-based service that EA offers throughout the entire year, but it's really only relevant to FIFA players at this point of the season. You're going into the next FIFA, and they offer you a free trial of the new game way before the actual game gets released, even for the Ultimate Edition players, which comes out on the 27th of the month. Well, you're going to get that free trial on the 22nd of the month, and all of that progress in the free trial is saved. That counts for your Ultimate Team or your career mode, and in this case, definitely we're going to be focusing on Ultimate Team and making coins and what to do with those 10 hours, but it does cost you $5 and £4 if you're in the UK. I don't know the exchange rates for everybody, but it's really not that expensive. Now, if you guys are continuing to follow me throughout the next couple of weeks, I'll definitely remind you to cancel that EA Play throughout several of my different videos to make sure that you don't forget and you accidentally spend an extra $5. But this year, even though EA Play is continuing to give those 10 hours of early access like normal, there is a way to get 20 hours, and we've seen this already from the Madden community, where the PS4 version and the PS5 version were actually different versions of the game, which meant that you could buy 2 separate trials for each game. As you can see here, listed FIFA 22 Ultimate Team Edition, PS4 and PS5. Well, if you're on a new console, like the PS5 or the Xbox Series X, you can trial both of them, which is going to give you 20 hours. And well, the Ultimate Team is going to stay the same. So that's 20 hours rather than just 10. And as I said, since you're only paying 50 cents per hour to play the game, I think that's definitely a good deal for us getting started. And it keeps us from having to play the web app non-stop, and you can get on the console and do some trading. You can get on the console and play the games. In fact, that's what we're going to talk about next. What should we do with all the hours that we have? The first thing you're going to want to do when you start your trial, and please note that it's right when you open the application, that's when the timer starts, not when you enter Ultimate Team, not when you enter into a game mode. No, it's right when you start the application, and it's not until you close the application like this to when it actually ends your trial. So behind the face cam, it says close application. It's like that on PlayStation. It's like that pretty much on Xbox as well. But you got to close the application fully, because if you just turn off your console right when you finish, it'll actually take a few more minutes for it to register that you're not using that application anymore. Similarly, you won't be able to get onto the web app until you leave Ultimate Team as well. So not only do you want to close your application, but you want to fully leave Ultimate Team before you close the application as well. So just wanted to get those out of the way early. Some easy tips to remember, but will save you a little bit of stress in the long run. And you're going to run out of time on those 10 hours, so value every minute of the early access. Now, if you bought the Ultimate Edition, then you're going to get 4,600 FIFA points early, which I would suggest just opening immediately. Now, you could say, well, these players are going to rise in price over the course of the next day. I'll just wait until they're up in price the next day. Well, that kind of makes sense, but realistically, you can just hold on to the players that you want to keep invested and then just sell the rest of the pack. That way, you can have more coins to use on squad building challenges and trading and doing other things. There's no real reason that's good to hold on to those packs, and it's definitely not worth holding on to the first promo, which will be ones to watch. Definitely don't wait that long. Just open those packs immediately. That's what I suggest. Now, if you're not somebody who's going to open those packs, and even if you are, I would suggest the next thing that you're going to want to do is you're probably want to go into gameplay. You can't play games on the web app, and so I would use that time to grind out one of these two, squad battles or division rivals. Now, depending on your team, you might not want to go into division rivals yet, but the good news is everybody's going to start in Division 10 this year. You're not going to have placement matches. You're going to start in Division 10, so if you do poorly in your first few matches, I mean, there's nowhere to go but up, so you're not really risking anything. Squad battles, on the other hand, that's what I grinded out last year, and I was kind of happy with my decision because I did end up getting top 200 rewards on squad battles, but I did have to wait until Sunday to get my rewards, which was kind of a buzzkill because by then I had a lot of coins and I didn't really need the rewards quite as much, while with playing some other game modes or maybe going for objectives could have been better because I would have gotten immediate coins. So it's kind of a win-lose situation there. It is very easy to get top 200 rewards if you completely grind out squad battles. It's very easy to beat them on legendary because it's just bronze teams at the beginning of the year that you're playing against. So it's not difficult at all as long as you can grind out every single match of squad battles to get to top 200 rewards. So one of those two are oftentimes really good things to grind out early. Now, the next thing is how do you want to trade on console and how much time do you want to allot to trading on the transfer market? Now, there's a couple of things that benefit you when trading on console. The first thing is when you search cards and buy cards, it's a little bit easier to snipe a player off the market on console because the buttons are very easy and very easy to memorize, and they're not hard to, like, you don't have to move your mouse around to click each button like you do on the web app. Now, I am aware that there are bots and I'm aware that there are plugins to cheat on the web app, which could put you at a disadvantage ultimately, and I just bought a Randolph for 10K as your example, so if that doesn't deserve a like, I don't know what does. I just wasted 10,000 coins on this account. But nonetheless, it's a lot easier to buy cards on the console, so if you want to do sniping, maybe using some of your minutes on the sniping could be beneficial, especially if you're struggling to snipe on the web app. Now, if you're pretty successful on the web app, I know there's a couple of tricks that you can use. Clicking enter instead of moving your mouse to click OK, and clicking backspace to go back a page are a couple of things that work on certain pages of the web app in the past and probably will in FIFA 22 web app as well. So if you're really good at it, then probably stay on web app and not use your hours on that, but it's definitely something that you could put some time towards because if it's working, then it works quickly. If you're sniping a filter that's just banging for you and you're making coins, I mean, I would spend 2 to 3 hours straight on it. If I'm making, 300 coins a minute, then I would just keep doing that. I would just keep doing that and doing that and doing that and doing that because that's a good use of the hours in the end. Maybe you're going through your hours quickly, but at least you're making those hours count and you're being efficient with it and you're making coins and making progress. That is the point of these 10 hours. The final thing I'm going to leave you guys with is the fact that EA Play and the extra 10 hours to get yourself 20 hours is probably not going to work on PS4 or Xbox One. You're probably going to need one of the new consoles because when you do buy the trial for the FIFA 22 PS5 edition, you're going to need to have a PS5 to actually run that game. It won't work on the PlayStation 4. So despite the fact that you can buy EA Play again, it won't necessarily work on your PS4 because you can't even load up the PS5 version on your console. So make sure not to make that mistake and don't be counting on 20 hours if you're on one of the old gen consoles. And right now I do have a PS5 ordered. It hasn't come in yet, so I'm a bit nervous on when that's going to actually arrive. I'm thinking it's probably going to end up being late, so I'm probably counting on just having those 10 hours and being very smart with them. But good luck to you guys on the newer consoles. Make sure you're using those 20 hours wisely, and hopefully this video helped out all of you guys in terms of learning how to use EA Play to your fullest advantage. Thank you guys so much for watching today's video, and if you enjoyed, make sure to slap a like on the video and subscribe to the channel if you're new for more FIFA 22 Ultimate Team content, trading tips, squad building, challenge guides, and more. That is what you should expect to see on this channel, and I hope you guys can help me by hitting that sub button. Anyways, guys, I will see you guys in the next one. Peace out.